It's all about the old curriculum,
Yeah.
old notion,
Yes. And the 21st century out.
and yeah,
Century
ito
out.
yun. At na-discuss na rin natin yung basic.
Saan pala kami kukuha ng libro?
Wala ka?
Kay ma'am, kay
Kung
ma'am.
may
Ito kay
makilala
Barbie to.
kayong edu,
Kay Barbie to. Hiniram ko
oo,
na.
baka matanong mo si Barbie kung gusto niya magpahiram ng book ng mga classmates niya.
Tinanong ko nga siya, ma'am. Sabi ko, asan na yung mga classmates mo before?
Literacy. What is literacy again?
Able to read and write.
Yes, defined as the state of being able to read and write. Pero ngayon, the new literacy, ano na yung definition nun?
Knowledge skills.
New set of knowledge
and skills.
and new set of skills. So, we discussed about the three subcategories about Miller. By Miller, 1973, what are they?
Basic, comprehension, functional, or practical.
Yes. If we say basic literacy, what is all about?
Read and write, or
They called written.
Yes, read code, written materials, and translate them into oral language. And how about the comprehension?
Ability to understand.
Comprehend meaning of the word.
Yes, and
Create
doon
sentence.
na natin nalalaman kung ano yung meaning nung binabasa natin. By using, gagamitin natin siya sa sentence.
Yeah, ma'am. Call it using a sentence.
Context. That's called context. And how about the functional?
Ability to read and
Using ability to
comprehension.
read and write and perform.
Perform task.
Yes.
Ito naman may
Needed to perform everyday
Pagdudugtong.
educational tasks. So, ang example dito is, secretary ka sa room nyo. So, alam mo na kung ano yung trabaho mo. Diba? Okay, let's move to... Natakal na natin yung ano na.
Umabot tayo ma'am sa ano.
Tapos na tayo sa century education context. What is all about? Na-retain ba sa inyo yon?
Yung alin ma'am?
Yung 21st century education context.
May innovation.
Ito yung ano, may insert.
Ito yung teachers-learner-centered and learner-centered teaching. Sabi?
Participation.
In 21st century classroom, we will see in our mind a classroom that is filled with students who are engaged in actual activities. Noong traditional classroom, yung student, yung teacher nagde-deliver lang ng lecture, ang bata nakikinig lang. Pero ngayon, ano na ang nangyayari?
Nakikipag-participate.
Yes, nakikipag-participate na ang students. So, mas marami ang participation ng students. So, mas marami na siyang part of learners, participate more actively in their own learning. So, kapag ibibigay mo lang yung topic, yung student, siya na bahalang mag-search kung ano ba yung topic na yun, kung ano ibig sabihin nun. So, more on learning na sa student. Ang trabaho na lang ni teacher is to facilitate. Di ba? Okay. And, okay, let's move. Kasi alam nyo na rin naman yung learner-centered, di ba?
Yes ma'am.
At saka yung student-centered. Kung babasahin nyo nandito, tinapit ko siya last time. Yung school will go from building to nerve-centered. Hanggang dito lang yung natapos natin. So, let's move to the 21st century curriculum.
Andiyan sa book mo, ay sa...
Yung pinitsurat mo. Yung nireview naman kanina kasi rin yung dito. Pinitsurat mo. Pinitsurat mo din.
Ito mula dito.
Yung pinawapit na Sunday.
Na-discuss ko ba tong ano? These changes have implication for teachers. teacher must discover student interest by helping them to see what and how they are learning to prepare them for life in the real world. Na-discuss ko ba to? Parang hindi ano.
Hindi pa.
Okay.
Kasama pa yan sa ano?
Let's,
Education context. Meron akong ano rito.
okay, let's discuss about this.
Education.
Number one, teacher must discover student interest by helping them to see what and how they are learning to prepare them for life in the real world. Nakasunod ba lahat?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As mentioned, we already shifted from teacher-centered to learner-centered. Kung nung una, ang teacher nagpro-provide lang ng lesson, tinuturo, ngayon, more on part na ng student. So, nasa ano na tayo, learner-centered. Learner-centered teaching requires us to know the interest of our student learner. Kapag nalaman natin ang interest ng learner, so we can start from that. So, we can use that in preparing our lesson plan. Our lesson in planning for the different activities so they can learn how to face the real life problems in real world. So, hindi pwede yung puro talkies na lang. Kung noon, salita-salita lang, hindi na ngayon, hindi na sa 21st century. Dapat may mga activities na. Na-experience nyo ba to?
Ngayon, ma'am, yes.
Oo.
Yes, more on activities, di ba?
Yes.
Pero yung mga, kung may mga
Yung
anak
before
kayo
naman,
na experience
makikinig
nyo na rin na kayong parents kasi sinusupport nyo yung mga bata, pina-follow up nyo. Ang dami na nilang activities after school, may mga homework, may activities na kailangan gawin. So, yun na yung pagbabago. How to solve difficulties that they are encountered outside the classroom. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng number 1. Next is, they must instill curiosity, which is fundamental to lifelong learning. So, they must instill teachers' curiosity among the learners. Bakit? Because curiosity is very important for lifelong learners. If a person is curious, he still want to learn. If he would want to find answer in his questions. Kung hindi ka curiosity, wala din, di ba? So, importante pa rin yung curiosity. Next one, they must be flexible in how they teach. So, flexible means, ano ba ibig sabihin ng flexible?
Pwede sa Pwede sa language.
Yeah. So, madaling baguhin as a teacher, madaling baguhin ang kanyang sarili. In what? So that he can adjust to his new situation. So, gaya ko, binigyan ako ng ganitong subject, pero ang field ko, hindi dito. So, kailangan kong maging ready. Hindi, noon kasi, kung anong field na in-study mo, yun lang ang focus mo. Ngayon kasi, kailangan mo na siyang magiging multi. So, alam mo na, yung field na to na ibibigay sa'yo, dapat alam mo. Hindi lang iisa ang skills mo.
Dapat flexible ka.
Nagets niya?
Ganun, ma'am.
Yun ang ibig sabihin ng flexible. So, gaya ngayon, kailangan natin mag-adjust. So, we cannot go to school. You cannot come here. As example is, ang flexible is, hindi mo na kailangan pumunta dito sa school kasi meron ng technology. So, pwede nang gamitin yung, ano yung mga ginagamit? Sa Zoom. Internet. Diba? Yun yung another example ng flexible to teach. Pwede mo siyang gamitin na ano ba yun? Alternatives. Yes. So, you can, kahit hindi ka na pumunta dito sa school, you can still conduct your class. And we have to adjust and we have to use the online modalities. So, pwede natin gamitin yung online class. So, dapat ang teacher madaling mag-shift. Nagets nyo yung flexible na yan? Yun ang ibig sabihin. So that she or he can adjust to the new situation. So, hindi tayo madaling maka-adjust and we can be easily overwhelmed in different changes that we are taking place around us. So, madali tayong panghinaan ng loob in the face of problem. So, dapat maging flexible tayo sa part na yun. Nagets nyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, next one is, they must excite learners to become more resourceful so that they will continue to learn outside from school. So, you can find ways to solve the problem. So isang ang ibig sabihin ng resourceful is maparaan. Nagets nyo?
Yes, ma'am.
So, next is, okay, so the 21st century learning demands a school that excites students for school. There is a little or no discipline problem because of the strong student engagement. Likewise, parents are informed about positive changes in their children. As a result, students manifest significant improvement in basic skills of reading, writing, speaking, listening, researching, scientific explorations, math, multimedia skills, and others. So, sa 21st century learning, nagiging independent learner na tayo. Kasi nung una, si teacher lang, di ba? Ngayon, kaya na nating aralin.
Pwede na tayo mag-search.
Yes. Tayo, binigay lang yung topic, kaya na natin siyang aralin. Kahit hindi pa ina-explain yung teacher. Yun na yung 21st century learnings. Okay, let's move to 21st century curriculum. The 21st century curriculum has critical attributes that are interdisciplinary. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? Anyone?
Interdisciplinary. Ano meaning?
Anyone?
That means self-discipline.
What else? Interdisciplinary lessons are taught using different areas of knowledge. So we can make use different disciplines. Hindi dahil sinabi natin discipline na di ba? Areas of study, pwede natin i-apply ang discipline. Kung sa basic education, it is called subject. Nagets niya? Kung higher level naman, ang tawag na sa kanila doon yung discipline. So, education is the discipline. How about project-based and research-driven? Did you heard about this?
Yes, ma'am.
The 21st century education will be project-based,
Driven.
yes, and research-driven. So, merong gagawing project, activity, expected output, or product dito sa project-based and research-driven. Hindi na puro lecturean sa loob ng classroom. Yun yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na yung mga nowadays, sa 21st century, marami na tayong activities. May mga project, may mga research, yung thesis na nga. Yung way na yon natututo tayo kung ano yung nire-research natin. So, nadadagdagan yung skill and knowledge natin. If you will teach this, what you will engage your student is certain activities. So, kung ikaw yung teacher, para meron silang gagawin. So, ako, kung may activities dito, ibibigay ko sa inyo. Yung activities na yun, makakatulong sa inyo para mas lalo nyong maintindihan yung lessons. So, sa psychology, the more a child is actively participate in an activity, the more he learns. The more he manipulates, the more he learns. Diba? So, connected to local, national, and global communities, ngayon, ang pinag-aaralan, hindi lang nakikita natin sa palibot. Hindi lang yung nakikita natin. We are concerned not only with the things that we see in our immediate surroundings. We are also concerned with things that we are beyond our immediate surroundings. Such as, ano ba yun? Hindi lang tayo concerned dito sa kung anong nangyayari dito sa loob ng classroom. Hindi lang dito sa loob ng Pilipinas. Kundi, kahit national issues,
kasi
nalalaman.
through internet
Yes.
kasi. Through internet.
Kahit global issues na parang may pakialam na rin tayo.
Oh, yes. Dami ng chismis.
Globally naman.
So, next
Globalization.
is
Sana tayo.
in which a student may collaborate with people around the world in various project. The curriculum also integrate higher overthinking skills, multiple intelligence, technology and multimedia, multiple literacies, and authentic assessment, including service learning. So, the instruction turns to more thematic. It will revolve around the theme. So, example, sa school, lahat ng subject for the first quarter, so, yun na, intindi nyo. Sa lahat ng subject for the whole quarter, it will focus on the environment. So, ang topic is all about environment lang. Kahit ang lesson sa English, dapat related pa rin sa environment. So, kahit sa ibang subject, ganun din. If you give the example of long sentence, it's all about environment. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng instruction turns to more thematic. Next is, the classroom is filled with self-directed students who work independently and interdependently. The curriculum and the instruction are designed, imbued with the concept of differentiation. Thus, instead of focusing on the textbook-driven or fragmented instruction turns to be more thematic. So, ito na yung sinasabi ko. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na example na lahat ng subject for the first quarter will focus on the environment. So, yung topic is environment lang. Project-based and integrated with skill and competencies purely not confined within themselves, but are explored through research and concept application in project and outputs. So, alam niyo naman yung multimedia, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
So, we cannot use the face-to-face. So, mag-ano tayo ng online
learning.
Yes.
Online Zoom.
So, lahat ng mga ito nagagamit ngayon sa new literacy. Learning is it's not confined through memorization of facts and figures alone, but rather is connected to previous knowledge, personal experience, interests, talents, and habits. So, nung unang panahon, madalas tayong memorization lang. Teacher, please memorize the president of blah, blah, blah. Or memorize the multiplication of tables.
Oh, yes.
Diba? Sino naka-experience ko? Lahat tayo. Hindi ako, ang lunch break. Pag naka-recite ka ng table 10 ang nirecord ko yung pag hindi mo na-recite yun, hindi ka uwi, ikaw ang pinakalas. So,
Madali lang ang 10, 5, yung 7
naranasan, which is meron pa rin naman siya. So, yun yung old literacy.
Meron pa yun sa amin, ma'am?
Ngayon kasi, kailangan na nating mag-connect ng knowledge, ng personal experience. So, yung lessons natin, hindi lang basta lesson. So, kailangan natin i-relate sa buhay ng mga student para pag labas nila sa classroom, may i-apply nila sa buhay nila. Yun yung ibig sabihin nito. So, let's move the 21st century learning environment. Typically, a 21st century classroom is not confined to a literal classroom building, not a learning environment where students collaborate with their peers, exchange insight, coach, and mentor one another, and share talents and skills with other students. Cooperative learning is also apparent in which students work in teams because cooperation is given more emphasis than competition, and collaborative learning more than isolated learning. So they use technologies using internet system and other platforms. So, meron namang nag-aaral na hindi naman pumapasok sa school. So they don't have a specific classroom. Paano nila nagagawa yun? It's online. Yes. So there is no longer a physical classroom. There is no longer actual classroom, but student will still learn collaboratively. So hindi lang natin masasabi na sa actual lang nangyayari yon. Pwede tayong makipag-collaborate through online. They can still interact with each other through technology. They can still collaborate with their peers. They can change resources. So, gaya nan, pag may quiz, ito yung answer, papasa lang sa messenger. Alam mo, yun yung gamit ng technologies. Hindi na ang actual. Meron na tayong ibang resources na i-apply sa learning natin ngayon. Nagagamit ang technology. They can change ideas, they can change insight, and they can mentor each other. So, ikaw, hindi mo naintindihan yung lesson, tinanong mo yung classmate mo. Pwede niyang ituro sa'yo, pwede niyang sabihin sa'yo, using the technology. Gaya ng makipag-communicate siya sa'yo sa WhatsApp, sa Messenger. So, pwede niyang i-share sa'yo yung learning na nalaman niya. So, yun yung exchange insight. So, change ideas. Pwede nilang turuan yung isa't isa. Meaning, they can teach each other, yun nga, and share talents and skills with each other. In other words, we can still interact each other actively with one another even they are no longer an actual physical classroom. So, noong unang panahon, ang hirap ng wifi, ang hirap ng
Pag-absent
diba?
ka, absent ka
Pag absent
talaga.
ka, wala ka nang natutunan. Diba? Yun yung mahirap nung naranasan ko din naman ng elementary. Pag magkasakit ka, ang hirap. Ang daming assignment,
Marami
tapos yung
kang
lesson, hindi na,
na-skip.
diba? Kasi si teacher, hindi niya na yun recap eh. Bibihira lang ang teacher na nag-recap ng lesson.
Walang recap nung elementary.
Sa elementary. O, diba? Na-apply pa rin kasi yun sa mga yung sa mga natin, year natin. Kasi yung mga teachers is old eh.
Oo. Ngayon, hindi na kasi mga bata, kahit
Mga
elementary.
bata na ngayon. Mga yun ang
Hindi,
tuturo sa anak ko na college. Grade 11 and 12. Puro fresh graduate na college. Parang kayo ma'am, di ba?
Tapos maganda,
Practicum.
pag nagbibigay sila, pag absent yung anak mo, nagbibigay sila sa parents na
Mga dami
ito
ng
yung
mga batang student ay teacher ngayon.
Noon, wala talaga, teacher lang talaga.
Nasa 20s lang. Parang papunta sa 30s. Ganyan.
Hence, in the process of creating a world-class 21st century learning environment, building new schools and remodeling of present school facilities can be addressed toward creating environmentally friendly, energy efficient, and
Green
green school. Inside every classroom, students shall apply their knowledge of research in life, which is clear indication of a relevant,
Relevant.
rigorous. Ano ba yung rigorous?
Rigorous. Si Rigor, ma'am. Si Rigor. Rigorous. Meaning, extremely true and careful. Testing on consumer product.
Rigorous galing sa, opposite of relax.
Yung todo siya. Parang todo.
I-search mo muna.
Ano daw eh? Kabaliktaran ng lalaki. Di ba?
Mag-research
Yan
muna.
ang assignment mo.
Extremely true and careful nga daw.
Buti pa tayo sa siya mag-i-explain, di ba? Mamaya tayo mag-i-explain sa sinasabi niya.
Adhering strict.
Bago tayo mamaya. Ngayon pala iniisip ko na.
Next subject natin ba? Ngayon siya nag-i-explain, mamaya tayo mag-i-explain.
Oh, English yun mamaya.
Intindihin nyo na lang yung mga English natin.
Oy! Ginaya ka mo yung kay Sir, ha?
Mag-i-improvise ako din eh.
Yung sa bandang akin lang.
Parang pag mag-interview ka, dapat maingat ka doon.
Sabi na lang natin.
Ingay nyo yung rigorous o hanapin.
Asa na rigorous?
Nakaloka
Ano
kayo.
sabi na rigorous, Ben?
Extremely nga yung nandito sa ano sa inyo.
Halimbawa, bago yung ulam niya, dapat maingat ako bumili kung alin yung
Kanyang ngayon o sa adolescent?
rigorous nga.
Rigor.
Kala ko sa adolescent yung pinag-uusapan.
Ano ka daw? Dapat ano ka? Extremely thorough and
Conscientious.
careful.
Ay!
Delicious.
Ay, bumalik ka naman.
Ma'am, dahil tayo ng pasensya na.
Sabi ko mag-research.
Wala na kang mindset.
ginawa.
Extremely nga, ma'am.
Example, pag mag-transition ka ng isang bagay, dapat maingat ka kung tama ka o yun.
Yes, yeah. So, itatackle natin mamaya yung about sa rigorous.
Rigorous.
Si Rigor.
Si rigor na nga lang.
Ano, ma'am?
Ay, oo nga pala.
Saan na kasi
Meron
galing
din
si
sinabi.
rigor?
Kaya mo lang eh, bakit na?
Ba't nag-viral si rigor? O rigor?
Sa ano yan sa mga batang
Bakit
Quiapo?
po? Si
John
Coco
Estrada.
Martin.
Estrada.
Si Kabit
Ah!
Oh, yes.
Police din dyan, Sarada, di ba?
Ay, back to topic.
Doon. Ah, okay.
Ako din.
Hindi ako nanonood.
Ako hindi ka
Hindi na siya nanonood, pero alam niya.
Hindi yung una kasi ano lang, dumaan sa Facebook
Saan na ba
ba?
tayo?
Sa Ligurus, ma'am.
Rigor.
Page, ano ba to? 4. Sa baba.
Si ma'am, nawawala tuloy sa inyo eh.
New
Ano?
procedure.
So, itatackle natin mamaya ito. An ideal learning environment also consider the kind of spaces needed by students and teachers in conducting investigation and project by diverse groups for independent work. An ideal learning environment has plenty of wall space and other areas of displaying student work that includes a place where the parents and the community can gather to watch student performances, as well as a place where they can meet for discussion. So let's move to technology in the 21st
Century.
Pedagogy.
Yes, pedagogy. Technologies are not ends in themselves, but these are tools students use to create knowledge for personal and social change. So in 21st century, learning recognizes full access to technology. So therefore, a better bandwidth Wi-Fi access should be available along areas of the school for the student to access their files and supplement their learning inside the classroom. Various laboratories and learning centers are set up in such a way that they allow the space needed for student simulation and manipulative works. So all classrooms should have televisions to watch broadcasts created by the school and the other school around. The other resources in the school can also be utilized by students in creating opportunities for their knowledge explorations. So
Technology.
ano ba ang pedagogy?
Ano ngayon?
Meaning, this is the art of teaching.
Parang ano siya?
Pedagogy.
Parang
So
familiar.
yung 21st century
Sa ano
learning acknowledge, this is full access
Purposive.
to technology. The 21st century pedagogy wrong yung sinulat ko, is dependent on technology. So nakadepende lang siya sa
Technology.
technology.
Technology niyo siya.
Try mong tanggalin yung technology.
Wala na.
Anong mangyayari? Mapaparalyze ang education.
Boring.
Boring.
Traditional.
Back to the old ways.
Back to batuhanay ng chalk.
Okay, let's move.
Understanding.
Understanding 21st century learners. Today's students are preferred to us
Preferred.
digital natives,
Sa
while
pedagogy.
educators are digital immigrants. By Prensky 2001. Most likely, digital natives usually react are random, holistic, and non-linear.
Linear.
They are predominant sense or motions and touch. They can learn through experience and learn differently. Digital immigrants often reflect are sequential and linear. They predominant senses are hearing and seeing. So they tend to intellectualize and believe that learning is content. So they are immersed to technology which come in the form of different kinds of gadgets. So kahit cellular phone. Parang ang mga bata ngayon hindi na nabubuhay na walang phone.
Yes.
Di ba? Kasi very useful na sa
Useful din naman
sa mga natin.
Parang part of daily life mo talaga.
Yes. So, ito na yung
Learning.
talaga ng
Part of learning.
way of natin.
Tsaka, ma'am, kailangan na talaga sila bilan ng phone.
Minsan
Or
nga,
their online,
elementary,
ano.
naka-laptop na, di ba? So, yun yung, imagine nyo yung diferensya noon. Kung walang technology. Puro
Magla-library ka
textbook
pa.
lang, di ba? Kailangan mag-library.
Walang mag-research.
Tsaka maaga tayo natutulog.
Kayo doon sa
Ay, nagdi-dictionary pa tayo.
Oo.
Minsan,
Yung meaning.
may mga assignment pa nung elementary kami, may oras lang ang library.
Merriam-Webster.
Oh.
Eh, hindi ka nakahabol sa time na yon. So, maaga kang papasok para punta ng library. Mag-research ka ng mga assignment mo. Hmm?
Dapat
Depende
sa
kung
high
anong
school
oras
namin
na
wala.
assignment yun.
Wala kaming library.
Kami may
Sa high school,
laki ng
Principal
library
office sa amin na portion siya.
May
Principal
ginawang,
office
library.
and then library.
Mm.
So, nandun yung mga libro. Tapos may mga malaking, may Webster doon na malaking
Ay,
book.
wala.
So, pwede kaming mag-select.
Ngayon ko lang naalala. Basta may sa
Kaya nauso yung mga di ba, yung dictionary 1 to ganyan.
sa Maynila ang mayroong mga
Marami
ganyan
na.
school na may library. Pero
So, ano
sa
ba ibig
probinsya,
sabihin
mahirap.
ng immerse? Nakalublob. Nakalublob siya. So, nakalublob na tayo sa media. So, lahat na lang ng ano natin, parang media culture na tayo. So, lahat ng ganun
Kinain na ng media.
Yung technology niya. Paano biglang mawala yung internet mo?
Okay lang
Yung
yun.
ang dami magwawala.
O yan, yung nangyari sa yung IT, problem. Yung sa airport ng Singapore.
Yes. Ayun, nag-down. Nag-glitch yung yung Microsoft.
Oo.
Baka na
Ha, pati airport, di ba
Baka may
problematic sila?
Parang hindi. Parang hindi.
Cancel lahat.
Monitor lang.
Yung IT, yung nila.
Siguro may ginawa silang update na kung
Ano kasi
yung
yun?
mga IT din, no?
Oo, yung mga IT talaga, yung iba talagang IT.
O yung IT, puro mga IT, puro mga
Mga hacker.
Mga hacker.
Wait, kaibigan ako.
They are
Asa
very
din?
hacker.
Ay, yeah.
Langya.
Alam niyo ba maraming mga
Kasi hanap ako ng hanap na
na
ito.
mga IT.
Pahingi. Nagkapi ako. Malamig. Walang mainit tubig doon. Hindi sila naka-on. Hindi naka-on.
Oo mo. Hindi ba nakakain? Paano kayo?
Hindi.
Malamig na siya isa na ang kaya. Baka sira.
Oo.
Mag-play ka pa mata.
Bakit naman to lemon, melon?
Meron po.
Wow.
Okay.
Kami mag-adjust na kasi hindi amin.
Please read na lang ninyo yung 21st century skill outcome and the demands in job market. So, pareho din siya. Kung itatangkel ko siya, nandito din sa next topic. So, please read na lang siya. Okay? At saka yung century learning implication. Nandito, i-explain ko yung dito sa paradigm.
Okay. Para share.
Parang yung difference nila.
Oo. Yung different ng before
batuhan
21st century at yung 21st century education ngayon.
Batuhan ng eraser. Ito yun eh, yung upuan na. Behave. Dapat daw yung kamay. Uy, sakit to yung hanger. Ay,
Chocolate.
steak.
Pero nasa yung
Steak. Chocolate.
Sabi, gusto mo chocolate? Yes, mama. Hindi mo yan.
Pack.
Okay.
Masarap yung chocolate.
Sa inyo chocolate ang diretso lang. Taas kamay.
Okay, let's move dito sa may
Paradigm.
Yes.
Ano ba? Paano basahin mo?
Para din.
Paradigm.
Chef.
May ibang basa din na paradigm. Paradigm ang alam ko. I-search mo nga yung pronunciation.
Serious?
Paradigm. May ibang
Kasi
gamit kasi.
yun.
May ibang pronunciation.
Paradigm.
Paradigm ang alam ko.
Paradigm. Ano, Rika?
Hindi ka talaga.
Search siya. Paradigm.
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 Kasi yung genie ito pag
Paradigm shift
Silent
for
G.
21st century education. Ano ang tingin natin sa mga bagay-bagay noon at ngayon? So, i-compare natin. I-compare natin yung before at saka sa first 21 century. So, yung time-based and outcome-based. So, yung time-based noon, let's start from
Memorization.
focus. Memorization of discrete facts. So, ano ba nangyayari noon? Diba na-mention ko na kanina?
Teacher yung nagsasabi.
More on memorization.
Memorization tayo.
Memorize this, memorize that. Ano po yung kahit yung
Sulat
pati
this, sulat
multiplication
that.
table, pinapamemorize.
gamit na gamit utak mo talaga dati.
Memorize mo yung scientific, ano ba yun?
Scientific.
Element
Ah,
tables.
high school naman yan, ma'am. High
Favorite
school
ko
yan,
yan,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Let's go.
The capitals of
Science. favorite is?
Grade 4.
Science.
Grade
Table
4
of
na
ano?
lesson is about
Grade 4
yung-
kayo niyan? Ba't kami
Sa
high
mga
school ata?
presidents.
Yung table of...
Scientific table?
Hindi
Sa
yung may
science?
president.
Yung mga time, ano
Oo.
yung...
Nag-i-start ang
Meaning
history
ng
natin
mga
sa ano, di ba?
silver,
Pero sa
yung ganon.
grade
Ano
4
tawag
kasi
nun?
yung history,
Table
nandun
of
na
elements.
lahat eh. Nag-i-start
Civica.
na tayo. So, kung noon, ganun yung memorization discrete natin, di ba? Yun yung focus. Ngayon, ano ang nangyayari? What the student know, can do, and are like after all the details are forgotten. So,
Search.
tayo, ganun din. Lesson natin ngayon, paglaban nyo, hindi nyo na naiintindihan.
Oo nga.
Wala nang
Oo,
naiwan.
tama.
Diba?
Ay, kahit na yun na eh.
ko pa siya kasi maganda siya eh.
Yung process ba?
Ano naiiwan sa mga students?
Wala.
Tapos nga,
Nag-chismisa, naalala lang.
this focus is more on understanding. It's not just a matter of memorization, but more on understanding.
Understanding, yes.
Memorize mo nga yung example.
Yung naman naintindihan.
Yung cat families, memorize mo lahat yun. Yung cat
Sailor Moon?
Yung cat families nila, ano ba yung mga cat families ng tiger,
Cheetah.
cheetah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
alam mo lahat yun, di ba? Kahit ordinaryong pusa, kilala mo lahat. You just
Pusaka.
memorize it if there's no more understanding. Memorize mo lang siya. Hindi mo siya alam. Hindi mo alam kung anong
Meaning. Values meaning.
kung ano ang kaya ng cheetah. Cheetah is the fastest animals.
Runner.
Sa lahat ng klase ng animals, cheetah ang pinaka-fastest. Bakit ko nalaman? Kasi yung alaga ko mahilig manood.
Ang
So, diba? Kung
talo
hindi
ng
mo
pusa.
learning yun, kung hindi mo siya aaralin, hindi mo siya malalaman.
May iba naman na bago mo lang
Okay,
alam.
na-apply ko sa inyo.
Kasi narinig mo siya, inintindi mo eh.
Yun yung learning na tinatawag. So, what are the common characteristic of these animals? Hindi natin alam yun. Ang alam lang natin, yung families nila. Hindi natin
Yung
alam
name
kung ano yung
nila.
character nila. Kung itong
Kung di mo pag-aaralan.
kind of cats na ba to ay mabait, mabilis maglakad, kung ano yung gusto niyang kainin, hindi natin So, why do they belong to the same families? Hindi rin natin alam. So, yun yung 21st century education ng
Paradigm.
Yes.
Paradigm. Paradigm pala.
Paradigm. Next one. Lower order thinking skill in Bloom taxonomy, such as knowledge and comprehension. So, kung noon nga, laging memorization, di ba? Okay. May additional ako dun sa first. So, the paradigm shift from memorization to comprehension, yung number 1, okay? From memorization, kung noon, pinapamemorize lang sa atin, ngayon may comprehension na siya. Nalalaman na natin kung anong characteristic nila, kung ano ba yung similarities nila, ano ba yung pagkakaiba nila, how they interact with another sa jungles. So, yun na yung pagkakaiba. Nagets nyo?
Yes,
Kung noon, memorize, next topic is lower order thinking skills in Bloom taxonomy such as knowledge and comprehension. Kung noon, laging kung ang memorization natin is a lower level, so nasa remembering lang siya.
Yes.
Maaral nyo din tong Bloom taxonomy. Malalaman nyo din, tama nga pala sila. The focus shifted from the lower order thinking skill to higher order thinking skill. So, hindi na lang tayo remembering. So, natututo na
Na-apply
tayo.
na din.
Yes. So, the target of the teachers or student is the applying, analyzing, creating, evaluating. Hindi lang remembering. So, kung i-research nyo itong Bloom taxonomy, maiintindihan nyo kung ano yung sinasabi kong applying, analyzing, creating, evaluating, and remembering. So, hindi na lang, kung noon, nasa remembering lang tayo. Ngayon, understanding higher order thinking skill na. Nagets nyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is textbook driven. Lagi natin sinasabi to, lagi kong sinasabi sa inyo na ano ba ang textbook driven. Lagi tayo nakafocus lang sa
Textbook.
textbook. Kung ano yung nasa book, yun lang ang ano. Before, teachers and learner were totally dependent on textbook. So nakadepende nga lang noon sa textbook ang mga teachers and students. There's no more source aside from the textbook. Hindi na nagre-research. Kung ano yung nasa textbook, yun na lang natuturo. Pero ngayon, nagre-research na tayo. When you were in high school, nagre-research na ba kayo doon?
Meron na. Sa encyclopedia.
Yes, may research na.
Pero
Ngayon, may research na.
Ngayon, marami
High
na
school.
sila. Oo, meron na sila, ma'am.
Yun na yung pagbabago. Pero kami noon,
Kami wala. Nagkikinig
Kunti
lang
lang,
kami sa
kunti
teacher.
lang.
hindi naman masyado. Mostly sa science lang kasi siya.
Yes, science.
The point is from being textbook, giving learners teaching shifted to being research-driven. Information is not just it's not just spoon-fed or given directly to learners. So, hindi na gaya ni old notion na si teacher, susubo niya na lang sa'yo lahat. Iintindihin mo na lang. Ngayon kasi, may participation na ang students. Sila na mismo ang nagre-research. They search for the knowledge and then for the added information themselves. So, yun na yung sinasabi ko kanina na nagre-research na rin din sila for more additional knowledge nila and skills. Next is
Passive learning.
passive learning.
Ginawa mo lahat din, ma'am?
Ha? Yes, nagsusulat ako.
Yan ang lesson plan mo, ma'am.
Hindi ako nagle-lesson plan, pero yung ano ko kasi, gusto ko maintindihan natin. Kung gusto niyong matutulat, ako din gusto ko siya. Kasi
Sabay-sabay na.
nung time na inaral ko siya, hindi
Hindi
mo
masyado. Hindi masyado nag-get.
Gaya nga nung sabi, paglabas ka dito, hindi mo na maintindihan.
Totoo
Wala
yun,
nang
ma'am.
pumasok. Siguro may nagre-relate, pero konti lang.
Pero
May alam mo
binalikan
naman, kami
ma'am,
mga pagyabas mga wala talaga.
Kaya iba talaga pag inaaral mo siya.
Oo, kailangan mo talaga siya.
Mas nadadagdagan talaga yung knowledge niya. Hindi lang basa sa libro.
Yung maalala niyo mamaya, si Rigor na yan.
So, yung passive learning. Next, passive learning tayo. Passive learning is learning without active participation on the part of the learner. Nakaupo lang si learner, trying to observe the learn everything na binibigay ng teacher, coming from the teacher. Tanggap lang siya ng tanggap. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng passive learning. From the first century, active learning na tayo. Nakita nyo? Yung ngayon, active learning na ang tawag doon. Ibig sabihin, the learner is now active participants in learning process. Meron na siyang gagawin. Meron na siyang activities. Meron na siyang outputs, products, na isasubmit kay teacher as proof of learning. Gaya nung project niyo, kung may, gaya sa, sa online ninyo, may project. So, doon ma-assess ng teacher kung anong natutunan ninyo sa subject na yun. So, more on learning by doing or experiential learning. So, mas marami na sa learners. Marami na siyang ginagawa kaysa kumpara noon.
Yes.
Kung noon, nakikinig lang, ngayon hindi na. Ikaw, magre-research ka na mismo. Bibigyan ka ng activities mo. Sa number 5. Next one. Ninumberan ko kasi para mas madali kong ano. Learners work in isolation and confined in the classroom. So, walled classroom. One is in the corner working. Example ha. There's no collaboration and no cooperation. So, si Jenny nakaupo doon. Tapos yung isa nandito, wala silang pakialaman, hindi sila nag-interact, walang collaboration na nangyayari. Yun yung una, before. Nangyayari ba ngayon? Depende na lang kung saan
Depende ma'am kung mayroong collaboration.
Yes. Ngayon, the whole point is children or learners work together in search of knowledge and information. As they work together, they learn the entire collaborative learning or participate learning or cooperative learning. You will not learn alone. He will not learn alone. He will learn with his peers or classmates. So noon, walang pakialaman. Nakaupo ka dyan, nakaupo dito, mag-aaral siya. Ngayon, may collaboration ng tinatawag. So yung kung bibigyan ka ni teacher ng activity, pareho kayo magre-research nun. So parang may group activity na. So doon nabibuild yung learnings. Nagets niya?
Yes,
Next is number 6. Teacher-centered. Teacher is the dispenser of knowledge, information, and attention. So, lagi ko naman sinasabi sa inyo to, di ba? Everything comes from teachers. May allergy siguro talaga ako dito sa room.
Dito ka lang
Kasi
naman.
Mainit at ano.
Kahit may fan, nagsisirculate lang yung
Yung hangin.
Sa atin lang.
Walang ano.
Sa akin lang, yung
Bakit siya kay mo lang? Oo. Kahit
Kasi may taong sensitive sa ano.
Wala. Mahina.
Sa?
Tolerance
sa molecules.
Yung
Wow.
alaga ko may na.
Lumayo na nga ako sa inyo.
Ay, kayo daw ang ano.
Kami ba yung virus, ma'am?
Open mo lang ate ma'am para medyo lumabas yung masamang
So, everything comes from
Comment.
teachers. In traditional classroom, the teacher is considered as the soul of the only source of information or knowledge. He is the final authority when it comes to the topic or lesson being studied. So, ibig sabihin, kung noon, si teacher lang lahat nagbibigay ng information. Lagi kong sinasabi yan, kanina pa. Lagi si teacher, binibigay na lang niya ang information, nakikinig na lang si learners. Pero ngayon, hindi na siya teacher-learner-centered. Anong nangyayari?
pati estudyante
Student.
learn by
Learners work collaboratively with, student-centered. Teacher is facilitator or coach of student learning. The teacher is for guiding, supervising, providing experiences, at ngayon, more on student na siya.
Yes.
Hindi na teacher-centered learning. Hindi na masyadong importante si teacher. Taga-guide na lang siya. Taga-facility na lang siya.
Facilitate.
Yes.
Facility.
Taga-advise.
Coach. Guidance.
So, sino na ngayon ang pinakamahalaga sa loob ng classroom?
Students. Learners.
The learners or the student. Kaya kayo tinatawag na student-centered.
Student-centered.
Yes, student-centered. The more they participate, the more they learn. Nga, nangyayari ba sa loob ng room? Sa ano natin?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yung sunod namin
Yun
na
na
subject.
yung collaborative, diba?
Kaya yun
Ma'am, bawal lahat, ma'am.
Nakakasunod ba kayo?
Yes, kaya ma-apply lahat yan, ma'am.
Si Ma'am Janilana.
Saan na ba tayo? Number?
Sa taas ko naman, sa likod na. Left, kaya pinakataas.
Discipline problems.
Little, little no. Little no student
We
freedom.
all know to student freedom.
Unahin natin yung mamaya.
Student.
So children or learners did not trust their teacher. Student did not trust the teacher did not trust the student. So yun yung nangyayari noon. They don't trust each other.
Oh.
Dati, bayaran mo lang ng manok. Katayan
So ang relationship na
namin po kasi.
Halimbawa, yung kaklase mo,
Mag-donate ka lang eh.
yung ano ba?
Blue black na ngayon.
Dalawang manok.
Ikaw na mag-ano, bayaran mo.
Yes, nangyayari yun. Motivation is no longer motivated to learn. The teacher does not trust his or her students, so there is very little motivation to teach. Both parties, learning is limited. Ano bang nangyayari ngayon? Now, there is less
Expand na,
unlimited
expand
knowledge.
Now we are interacting.
More on explore. Ano yan?
Now we can search in YouTube also about that.
So yung great deal of student freedom, may freedom na tayong
Mag-search.
gaya itong nangyayari ngayon.
Open forum.
Open na siya. Kaya
Open
na
na.
natin makipag-
Collaborate.
Dati, bawal mong salita.
Yes.
This problem, the student and the teacher have mutual respect. The teacher respect the learners and the learners
Respect the
yes.
teachers.
So as a person, as a student, as a individual. So yun yung pagkakaiba. Next is discipline problem.
Problems.
Discipline problem.
No trust between
educators and students.
No trust between.
Yun na nga, yun lang.
Sorry, mali ako.
Ano lumaktaw ka?
Lumaktaw ako.
Fragmentary ko lang.
Limit to no, limit to no
Laktaw
student.
ba sa Tagalog?
Lumaktaw ka dyan.
Discipline problem yung diniscuss ko.
Yun na yun, yung no trust.
No trust
Okay,
between
yung walang freedom, whatever the teacher said, they will follow and they obey. They do to do that. So na sumusunod lang sila. Yun yung walang freedom. Sorry, mali ako nung binasa.
Yung
Little to no student freedom.
Okay
So ito yung explanation. Whatever the teacher said, they will follow, they will obey to do
Yes.
that. The freedom as learner is very limited. So unlike now, the learner is great deal of student freedom. So example, in terms of choosing activities. Tinanong yun ng teacher ang bata kung anong gusto niya. And ang gusto ng bata, mag-drawing siya ng pusa. So, the art class, so yung teacher, kapag tinanong niya yung student and yun ang gusto niya, kaya niya i-drawing. Kasi nandun na yung freedom. Pwede siyang mag-draw
Before,
ng gusto niya.
yung teacher
Tuturuan
magsasabi,
ka,
drawing
oo.
kayo.
Unlike before, yes, unlike before, sabi ng teacher, get
I-draw
one,
this.
one paper and draw this. Wala ka nang magagawa kahit ayaw mo i-draw yun.
drawing mo yan.
Kasi utos ni teacher yon. Yun yung sinasabing walang freedom. But the teacher will ask to draw the bird, example, bird. Ito draw mo yun kasi yun nga yung utos ni teacher. Next is,
fragmented curriculum.
Fragmented.
Fragmented curriculum.
Pagkain mo lang.
Uminom ka kasi. May bottle din. Coffee yan.
so nandun tayo sa discipline problem. No trust between educators and students. Hindi ko na ulitin to, na-discuss ko.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Na-gets nyo ba? Sorry
Yes,
na
ma'am.
wala
Yes,
ako
ma'am.
kanina.
Tubig mo to plain. Labakan mo.
Next is fragmented curriculum. Ano ba yung fragmented?
Parang divide mo siya. Reduce mo or
Frag.
Compartmentalize. So,
Fragment.
nakahiwalay siya. Opposite of integrated.
Cut.
Opposite siya ng integrated disciplinary. Kung sa science, pinag-aaralan lang. Science lang. So, hindi na siya ililink sa ibang studies, sa ibang subjects. Basta science lang.
Yes.
Yun lang yung niya.
yan sa fragmented.
Yes, yun yung fragmented. Sasabihin niya, si teacher, sasabihin niya, wala akong pakialam sa ibang subject. Basta, ang ituturo ko science. Yun yung fragmented. Before. But now, integrated na. We combine, we integrated subject into one another. So, they are learners in one subject will be enhanced by their learning in another. Next is,
Grades taken from formal
yes.
assessment.
So, grade taken from formal assessment, measures entered in the class record for reporting purposes. So, usually may mga grades na kino-compute, ilalagay sa class record. Naranasan pa natin yun, di ba? Nakalagay sa class record. May transmutable. So, but now, performance-based na. So, yung performances as evidence on learning. Kung noon, nag-exam ka para may i-record si teacher. Ngayon, naka-performance-based.
Performance.
Ano yung performance mo?
Pero meron pa rin grade. Siyempre.
Pero more of
The grade is the greater base of performance. Paper and pencil all the time. Lagi naman nangyayari to. Ako pag nagpapa-exam ako, paper talaga. Paper is. Kasi gusto kong i-assess yung student ko kung may natutunan ba siya sa subject
Spellings.
na yun.
Saka may ligs man sa AC eh.
Magrarap pa kayo. More on essay kasi ang
Ethics. Ito.
Ayaw,
Ito,
may
ma'am.
iba, ma'am,
di
ba?
May
Oh, may iba naman yan. Exam naman ang lalabas.
yung training namin sa
Siya, sabi ni ST, if possible, i-train na kayo sa
Teaching
exam.
base.
Yes. So, baka magiging ganun yung exam.
Lit
Dapat naman
exam.
talaga, ma'am, di ba? From
Para
first
naman
year pa lang
eh,
pala.
maganda yung- Pag-board exam
maganda
na
yung
yun.
parang
natin data na mas marami ang pasado dito.
Nung high school ako, naranasan niyo din ba? After ng lesson, pakuha na si teacher ng papel. Yes.
Yes,
na.
1/4.
So, parang di ba,
Get
para,
1/4 paper number 1
para
to 10.
maalala pa.
Yes, number 1, sabi niya.
1/4 pa,
Who
pahingi,
is the
pahingi.
President of the US? Ganon.
Manghingi
Parang
ka
siyang
ng
quiz,
1/4.
di ba? Yes. Pero sa first century, pero sa 21st century, it is performance-based skills na siya. Okay? Next one.
Slow.
Kung babasahin ko lang sa inyo ito, hindi nyo rin maintindihan. So, dito tayo natatagalan sa subject na ito. Kailangan talaga siyang i-explain. Hindi lang siya review. So, assessment is for marking purposes and plays as part of lesson plan structure. Kung before, nag-a-assess para may mapagkuhanan lang ng grade. Sa 21st, assessment is important aspect of instruction of
Gauge,
gauge
learning.
ang alam ko ito. Gauge
Gauge.
learning of
Gauge.
Assessment is a part of instruction in the 21st century education. As matter of fact, the purpose of the assessment is to improve or enhance instruction. In addition to measuring studying as student performance, so, sa assessment, hindi lang puro paper and pencil test, but also performance-based plus assessment. So, assessment is used to improve or enhance instruction. So, makikita ni teacher kung anong mangyayari. Ano kaya pagkukulang ng aking teaching kapag mababa ang nakuha ni student? Kasi ina-assess ko na kayo, di ba? So, doon ko aalamin. So, hindi lang sa student, hindi lang sa student assessment. Pati kami mismo na teacher, ina-assess din namin yung sarili namin. Kung ano ba yung pagkukulang namin, may natutunan ba sa tinuro namin. So, dito nag-a-apply siya.
Apply both sides.
Yes. So, malalaman mo dun sa pina-exam na most of the student, hindi niya nakuha yung question na yun. Mali yung answer niya. So, i-assess mo yung sarili mo, hindi ko pala hindi ko pala naturo yung topic na yun. Kaya hindi nila nakuha. So, yun yung assessment na ngayon.
Pero ma'am, sometimes sa age din kasi, kahit alam namin mamaya,
Oo.
meron na kami yung
Memory gap.
It always happens.
Ay, kahit young age.
Grabe ka naman, dementia. Clinical.
Grabe naman yun na. So, assessment is not only for the learners, but also for the teachers to improve the teacher teaching. So, yun ang assessment during the 21st century education. So, number 12. Law expectation. What the student receive is what they get. Law expectation, kung ano yung inaasahan natin, because the student or maybe even the teachers have law expectation, that is what they get. So, example, si mathematics teacher, nagturo lang ng basic problems.
So, yun lang yun.
Yun lang yung ituturo niya. Kasi yun lang ang alam ng student niya. Hindi siya magtuturo ng hindi kaya ng student niya. Yun yung before. Basta yun lang ang alam niyang sa tingin niya na kaya ng student niya. So yun lang ang ituturo niya. Pero ngayon, so meaning the teacher is expecting so much more. Pakibasa please.
High expectations that students
Succeed in learning to high extent. So meaning the teacher is expecting so much more from the learner. Okay, mataas ang kanyang expectation. Kaya nga ang student, kahit mahirap, so kaya nilang ito matutuhan. So kahit mahirap yung ibibigay niyang activity, alam niya na kaya ng student na gawin yun. So may expectation na siya sa
So,
student.
ma'am, ito talaga yung in-explain mo yung second subject na ang third subject na.
Okay. So at least makarelate na kayo.
Kaya ka
Ay,
na.
expectation. Yan, ma'am, yung topic.
Yes. Kasi magkaka-connect lang naman
Correct
ang
na kasi
subject.
po ako nga.
Yes. Ang kagandahan lang, nauna kong diniscuss.
Nabibuild
bago
mo.
yun.
Yes.
Dapat
Diba?
ito naman.
Magaling
Ano
na.
ba ang naiintindihan namin, ma'am?
Yes. So, ito ang
Feeling pressure na kami.
Yes. So, ito ang tinuturo.
English, bigay kami doon, ma'am.
Bawal mo okay. So, mas gusto ko pa rin kasi na Taglish kasi mas
Para
nalalaman
para ma-explain na maigi.
I know na gusto natin matutunan mag-English. Pero, if possible, bakit ako mag-English kung hindi ko naman i-explain sa inyo na
Correct.
mabuti?
Maayos,
Diba?
yes.
So, what is the use?
Yes.
So, I have my own strategy to teach you.
Kaya,
Diba?
kaya wag natin i-compare sila.
Yes. We have differences. We have different strategies how to deliver our lesson. Okay? Kung kayong maging teacher na magiging creative kayo, nandun na yung multi Yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na hindi lang tayo nakafocus sa isa, magiging multi tayo, kaya natin magiging creative. Lahat yan, initiative natin, lahat ma-apply na yun sa 21st century na ilalagay na natin. So, ito yung tinuturo sa kanila dahil mataas ang kanyang expectation. So, sinipagan, ginalingan niya ng pagtuturo. So, anong nangyari? Natuto yung student. Di ba? Natuto yung learner. So, the learner learned more from the teacher who has high expectation down from the teacher who has low expectation from the learner. So, yun yung pagkakaiba. Kung noon, kung ano lang yung alam niya, yun yung na-assess ko sa student, na hindi yun lang yung kaya niyang gawin, nag-focus lang siya doon. Pero sa 21st century, ang ginawa niya is, nag-expect siya ng more sa learners. So, nagbigay siya ng activities na alam niya, kaya din ng student. Yung way na yon, natututo tayo, na may additional learning tayo sa mga activities na ginagawa ngayon. Yun yung pagkakaiba ng before at sa
ngayon.
Nagets niyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's move to
13.
Teacher is judged.
teacher is judged. No one else sees student work outputs or assets using structured metrics. So, the only teacher sees the output of the work of the student, nobody else. Hindi nakikita ng mga student or the peers. Ngayon, ano ang nangyayari? Self, peers, and others serve as evaluators of student learning using wide range of metrics and authentic assessments. So, may nakikita tayong self-evaluation, peer evaluation. So, in other words, there are so many ways of evaluating of works of the learner. It's not always the teacher who evaluates. Even the parents can help during the assessment or evaluation process. Hindi lang si teacher. Meron na rin cooperation ng students. Hindi lang, nagets niya?
Yes, ma'am.
Next is number 14. Curriculum is irrelevant and meaningless to the students. So, ano ba ibig sabihin? Bakit meaningless? Bakit meaningless ang kanyang curriculum? Kasi, it is not connected to their actual life. Bakit? Actual life experiences. Yes. Kaya meaningless, hindi siya nakaka-relate. Basta ang turo lang niya, turo lang siya ng turo. Wala siyang pakialam.
Hindi niya
Wala
na-apply
pakialam si
into
teacher,
experience.
yes. Na kung ano ang experience ng bata na yun sa labas. Or may kaugnayan ba sa kanilang buhay. Basta turo lang siya ng turo. So, try to absorb this. Paano ito magagamit sa inyong buhay? Yung lesson ninyo, hindi naman relate sa hindi nyo ma-relate sa labas. Yung sa buhay ninyo. Paano nyo siya i-apply sa buhay nyo? Di ba ang
Para magiging normal
Yes.
subject lang siya.
So, the lesson doesn't mean anything. So, meaningless, yun yung tinatawag na meaningless. Pero ngayon, curriculum is connected to student, interests, experiences, talent, and the real world. So, dahil connected na sa kanilang interests and experiences, they can relate to the lesson. So, nakikita nila ang kanilang sarili sa sitwasyon. So, ina-apply na rin natin. Diba? Yes. So, the learning process become meaningful because they can see each other value. Nakikita nila ang halaga ito sa buhay nila. Nakikita nila at magagamit nila ito sa aktual na buhay, hindi lang sa, buhay nila outside the classroom. So, yung nalalearn nila dito, pwede nilang i-apply sa labas. Hindi lang sa loob ng room. So, example Yes, yun na yung pagbabago. Kaya lagi natin i-connect sa kanilang peer or knowledge or experiences. Iugnay natin sa kanilang buhay yung lesson. So, hindi lang tayo lesson ng lesson. Kailangan natin i-connect sa kanilang interest, sa kanilang buhay para makarelate sila. Next is
Print is the primary vehicle of learning and assessment.
before textbook based. So, lagi ko naman sinasabi sa inyo. Yung textbook based. Ngayon, anong nangyayari? Meron na tayong gumamit ng
Multimedia.
yes.
Internet.
Pwede nang gumamit ng audiovisual, viral image, audio files, hindi lang puro print or hindi lang yung puro book. So marami na tayong sources. Ito ang ginagamit ngayon sa learning assessment. Multimedia na tayo ngayon. Next is
Student diversity.
yes. So, student diversity is ignored tayo, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
So, ano ba yung diversity?
Pagkakaiba.
Pagkakaiba. Our learners differs in other ways. Every child is unique.
Yes.
Our learners is different from the rest. So, ini-ignore lang yun noon sa old system ng education. Now, if you have learners from different culture background, so ito, nangyayari na ngayon sa akin. Kaya ko kayo pina-introduce kasi gusto kong malaman kung taga-san ka,
Ethnicity.
taga-san siya. Kasi yung cultural background, doon
Iba-iba.
mag-adjust si teacher kung paano niya paano niya ituturo na lahat ay makaka-relate. Okay?
Yes.
Yun na yun yung
Address student diversity.
yes. So you will plan a lesson for them or activities for them. Kung ito yung kultura, iba-iba ang approach sa kanila. So magkakaiba yung cultural background ninyo. Okay? Iba-iba din ang kwento ng buhay nyo. You have different perspective of things and different beliefs. So we have to take all of this into consideration. Okay? Kaya yun nangyari. Kung nakita nyo nung pamalala nyo sa first meeting natin, ginanong ko kung ano yung ninyo. Saan kayo?
Religion.
Religion. Next is 7.
Students
Students just follow orders and instruction while listening to teacher's lecture.
So, ito is called passive learners. It's called passive learners. So, the learners is just there to accepting or receiving information from the teacher. Okay? So, this, and now, this is called
Are empowered to lead and initiate while creating solutions and 3 R's. Solving
solving
problems.
problems. So, ito na yung active learning. Ito na yung tinatawag na active learning. So, ang mga student na mismo ang nag-iisip ng mga activities with a very minimal supervision of and direction from the teachers. Ang mga learners na ngayon ang nag-initiate. So, kung ano ang gagawin, anong gagawin ni teacher? Magpa-facilitate na lang siya.
Guide.
Yes, siya na magpro-provide ng activities. Unlike before, galing lahat sa kanya ang information. Next is
Nakakares na yung picture.
literacy. Yes, it's the 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. So, they focus on the basic fundamental skills. So, yan na yung 3 R's.
Ano ito yung 3 R?
Yes, yan yung basic noon. So, anong nangyayari ngayon? Please read.
Multiple literacies of the 21st century apply to living and working in a globalized new society.
Okay, sa tingin ninyo, yung 3 R's na yan, sa tingin ninyo, na-apply pa ba ngayon? Pwede pa ba yung 3 R's na yan?
Pwede pa rin. Nadagdagan nga lang.
Apply naman.
Ngayon nag-wide lang siya, ma'am.
Nawiden lang.
Noon kasi, ang 3 R's na yan, basta marunong ka nang magbasa, magsulat,
Pasado.
okay na. Enough na yun.
Kumbaga
Ngayon
na,
kasi,
may knowledge
kailangan
na.
na natin ng
Literacy
more
na.
knowledge and
Mag-upgrade.
Yes.
Nag-upgrade na
Upgrade
tayo.
na. So, hindi na pwede ang puro 3 R's na lang. tayo ngayon ay puro multiple literacies na tayo. Multiple sets of knowledge and skills of competencies. Life is too complicated for the 3 hours for hours para sa atin. Napaka-komplikado ang 3 hours para sa atin ngayon na 21st century.
Illiterate pa ganyan, di ba?
Yes.
Babas ka na.
Walang alam. Okay, next. Factory model. Based upon the needs of employers for the industrial age of the 19th century. Ano ba yung factory models? Yun na yung specific skill nila noon.
Read, write.
Before, si teacher, magtuturo lang siya sa student niya ng skill na magagamit nila tapos nilang mag-aral. Pag nag-graduate na sila, magtatrabaho na sila. Yun na lang yung ano nila. Gaya ng sa mga factories. Kasi noong 1918 to 1899, noon kasi doon pa lang siya nag-bloom yung technology. So lahat ng ano noon is more on factories. So ang mga teacher, nag-focus lang sila sa
Kung ano yung pwede maging ano.
sa skill na yon na about sa skills na yon na magagamit nila after pag-graduate nila. Doon sila nag-focus.
So, parang vocational yun.
Yes. Kasi, noon, kung yun ang nag-graduate mo, pwede ka nang mag-apply sa mga factories.
Direct na.
Pero ngayon, globalized graduate na tayo. Ano ba ibig sabihin nun?
You can apply in
Any.
Yes, graduate was the skill to work with people from different backgrounds. So, hindi lang tayo magpo-focus sa kung sa Pinas, kung anong in-apply mo. Doon lang tayo. Wala tayong background na pwede tayong magturo sa ibang bansa. Different culture graduates who possess different kinds of skills, communication skills, technological skills. So, pag nag-apply tayo sa ibang bansa, nagagamit natin to, di ba? Lalo na yung communication skills natin. Kung hindi tayo marunong mag-English, wala din. Kasi, ang alam ko lang, Pilipino, paano mo i-apply sa ibang bansa? Hindi siya limitado. Hindi limitado yung skills natin. So, yun yung global.
Global something.
Globalize, yes. Yun yung globalize.
Global na
For another example is, gaya ko, tinuturuan ko kayo how to become a teacher. Di ba? Hindi lang ako puro teaching. Napansin niyo? Hindi lang ako puro teaching strategies. Ang tinuturo ko sa inyo, kundi different kinds of skills, like creative. Yung sinasabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, di ba? Creative thinking skill, analytic thinking skills. So you may also taught how to get along with people coming from different backgrounds. Kasi kapag naging teacher kayo, mga pupils niyo or mga student niyo ay galing sa iba't ibang backgrounds. Iba't ibang families, religion background. So dapat marunong kayo makitungo sa mga student na yan coming from different backgrounds. Okay? Okay, let's move.
The paradigm.
Di bang pizza?
Sorry na lang. Okay na natin. Sura natin.
Okay, let's please read the paradigm sheet. Basahin niyo na lang, i-explain ko.
Paradigm shift.
Tayo na kayo, sino nasa na?
Ito si Erican, ano na Jean, nagtayo.
Wala kayo.
Ikaw ang tumayo, magbasa.
Ako na lang. Ikaw na magbasa na yan ka na.
Basahin mo na sa
Basahin mo na sa
Kawawa.
The paradigm shift from the 20th to the 21st century shows that the structure and modalities of education have evolved. Students become the center of teaching learning process in the 21st century using wide array of technological tools to assist them in exploring knowledge and information needed in surviving the test of time and preparing for future career endeavors. Assessment has been made varied to address multiple literacy development in diverse contexts. Teachers turn to become facilitators rather than lecturers and dispensers of information. As such, curriculum is designed in a way that it connects to life in the real world interconnected with other disciplines and reshape the students' holistic and perspectives.
Okay. So, the critical attributes of 21st century education. Education continuously changes dramatically throughout time. There is a paradigm shift in a way of teaching and learning is delivered. So therefore, the 21st century teaching needs to develop essential knowledge, skills, and values in order to cope with these changes and address student needs in 21st century by 2011. So the following are 8 attributes of 21st century education and their implication. First is integrated and interdisciplinary. So ano ba yung 8 attributes? Ano pala yung 8 attributes? Ito yung mga characteristics. Okay? Okay, let's proceed to number 1. Integrated and interdisciplinary. Education is the first century is characterized by interfacing various disciplines in an integrated manner rather than compartmentalizing its subsequent parts. This critical attributes implies the needs to review the curriculum and create strategies infusing different subjects towards enhancing the learning experience to the student. So, example, we use different areas of knowledge. So, we combine, refuse, integrate. So, pinagsama-sama natin yung mga subject, ang mga discipline in teaching. So, example is the elementary teacher. Hindi lang siya nakafocus sa math. Kaya niyang ituro lahat.
Hindi na sila teacher 1, teacher 2.
Yun yung tinatawag na integrated and interdisciplinary. Dapat alam mo lahat ituro. Kasi kapag advisor ka na ng lahat na ng subject sa'yo.
English, Math, Filipino. Usually, 4 lang ata na yung sa limited.
Kaya tinawag siyang integrated at interdisciplinary. Ang implication naman nito, implication sa teacher, dapat marunong tayo sa iba't ibang subject. So if you are a science teacher, you must know the other subjects. Hindi ka lang
Dapat naka-intertwine siya.
Okay? Okay, how about the technology and multimedia? Education is the first century makes optimum use of available information and communication technologies, ICT, as well as multimedia to improve information and communication technology. Improve the teaching and learning process, including online application and technology platforms. It implies a need to acquire and use computers and multimedia equipment and the design of a technology plan to enhance learning as its best. So, the source of information natin, lahat ay sa internet. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So, in classroom, ano ba yung natin? Paano natin i-apply si technology? Si teacher nag-represent using the PPT. Ano pa ba? Ano pa yung mga ginagamit natin na pwedeng i-represent?
Face-to-face or
Yes.
online?
Pwedeng audio files.
Yeah.
Ito yung mga ginagamit natin sa multimedia.
Technology lang.
Yes. Multimedia. Next is global classroom.
Basahin mo daw.
Ano ba yung global classroom? Education is the first 21st century aim to produce global citizens by exposing students to the issues and concerns in the local, national, and global societies. This critical attribute implies the needs to include current global issues, concerns, such as peace and respect for the cultural diversity, climate change, and global warming in classroom discussion. So, ang global classroom, sakop ng kanilang kaalaman ay malawak. So, hindi lang siya, yun nga, lagi natin sinasabi. Global. Ibig sabihin malawak. Not only in local, okay? Hindi lang sa local. So, ang perspective ng student ay lumalawak na, hindi lang about sa local. Gaya ng, Ang student, ang alam niya lang is about sa barangay, about lang sa baryo ninyo. Ngayon, global na siya.
Hanggang Maynila na.
Yes. Hanggang sa ibang bansa,
Ibang bansa.
alam mo na. May ano na tayo. May...
Oo nga, nakatabingi nga yan, ma'am, pag ganun. Dapat pag
Dito siya
ganun.
napansin.
Horizontal, vertical.
Okay, next is, nagets nyo ba kung ano ibig sabihin ng global classroom?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
next. Creating or adapting to constant personal and social changes and lifelong learning. So, education in the 21st century subscribes to the belief that learning doesn't end within the four walls of the classroom. Instead, it can take place anywhere, anytime, regardless of age. This means the teacher should facilitate the student learning even beyond academics. So therefore, it should not end with requirement compliance and passing the exam. Also for transferring and applying knowledge to a new context or real-life situation, such as the curriculum should be planned in such a way that the student will continue to learn even the outside of
School or for life.
So, ang threat naman nito is to aim a lifelong learning. So, ito yung ini-aim natin ngayon. Ang tinuturo ngayon ay mga skills na nagagamit ng mga estudyante after graduate. So, after graduate, they are already, yung skill na yon magagamit pa rin nila kahit graduate na sila. If they can use more skills in learning or more skills and knowledge and information, sila na mismo ang magtuturo sa kanilang sarili. If we already have this lifelong learning skills, so yun yung ibig sabihin ng creating and adapting to constant personal and social change in lifelong learning. So, hindi lang natin tinuturo para ngayon lang. Pwede natin siyang gagawin, lifetime na natin siyang natin. Okay? Next.
Student-centered.
Yung number 4 is independent learner na siya. Kaya na nating gumawa, kaya na nating dagdagan yung natutunan natin. Na tayo na mismo gagawa. Hindi na natin kailangan si teacher. Okay? Next, student-centered. As mentioned before, aware naman na kayo dito. Education is the 21st century is focused on students as learners while addressing their needs. Differentiated instruction is relevant to the 21st century classroom, where diversity factors and issues are taken into account and addressed when planning and delivering instruction, including their learning styles, interests, needs, and abilities. Alam niyo na ang student-centered, di ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Mula nung nag-start ng lesson hanggang ngayon, lagi nating sasabihin ito. Number 6 is 21st century skills. Education in the 21st century demonstrates the skills needed in becoming productive member of society. Beyond learning the basic skills of reading, writing, and numeracy, students should also develop life and work skills in 21st century communities, such as critical and creative thinking, problem solving and decision making, and ICT literacy and skills. Therefore, it implies that teachers should possess these skills first before their student. So, skills are critical thinking, creative thinking, ano pa yan? Problem solving and decision making. People need this in 21st century. They grow up as critical thinkers. Not just accept information from the teachers. Okay? Hindi lang puro tanggap sa
Teacher.
teachers.
Marunong na mag-search.
Nakakaisip na rin tayo at nakakatanong na rin. Next is project-based and research-driven. Ito na naman tayo. 21st century education emphasizes data, information, and evidence-based decision
driven,
making.
pumasok na sa
This
isip ko.
implies the needs for knowledge and skill in research, just as self-directed activities, learning projects, investigatory projects, capstone, and the other research-based output. So, Before, in traditional classroom learning, was teaching and learning was always textbook-based lang tayo. Teacher doesn't divert from what is indicated in the textbook. So, yun yung sinasabi ko kanina sa inyo. Kung alam mo nasa libro, yun lang ito niya. Walang ibang source, just the book. So, ngayon, iba na. Okay? Next.
Rigorous na naman.
Relevant, rigorous, and relevant.
Kasi ngayon, they are doing project. They can learn from there. Hindi na gaya ng noon na textbook lang tayo. Okay? Nalalearn na tayo using the research. Kung ano yung mga activities na binibigay ni teacher. Nadadagdagan ang knowledge natin. Next is relevant. Ito na, rigorous and real world. Ano ba yun? Ano ba ibig sabihin ng relevant?
Known to everybody. Maayon ngayon.
May kaugnayan. Or konektado. Ano ba ang rigorous? Opposite ng relax. Education in the first 21st century is meaningful as it connects to real-life experience of learning. It implies the use of current and relevant information linked to real-life situation and context. So, ano ba yung real life? Ano ba yung real-life experience of learners? The lesson will become meaningful to them. They will see its value and they will be more motivated to learn. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng real-life experiences. Ano bang meaning ng real world?
Tunay na buhay.
Tunay na sabang
Galing sa actual experiences from the learners. Okay, nagets niya?
Yes.
Ano ba yung rigorous? Opposite of relax. Ngayon, marami ng
Unrelax.
project, marami ng
Stress yun,
requirements, activities. Noon hindi, di ba?
Pag-uwi ng bahay pa.
Less stress na siya.
Stress.
It's so rigorous.
Bakit ngayon?
I felt rigorous.
Meron tayong ano ngayon, meron tayong bagong word.
I felt rigorous, ma'am.
Kaya di ba, sabi ni ma'am, mag-ready na
Opposite of relax.
Unrelaxed, rigorous.
Okay, the characteristic of 21st century teachers. Hopefully, matapos natin hanggang last para next topic na
tayo
tayo.
rigorous ang
Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Nakakasunod naman kayo, di ba?
Oh, yes ma'am, yes ma'am.
The 21st century, teaching learning environment become more complicated brought by technological changes. Therefore, the teacher should be able to cope with and adapt to these changes. Thus, teacher must be equipped with attributes, knowledge, and skills critical to 21st century so that they may be able to integrate them in their teaching. So, 21st century teachers are characterized as first,
multi pala.
yes,
Multi.
multi-literate.
Okay.
Or multi.
Sometimes multi kasi kami. Depends sa
Mga search nyo.
Yeah, assignment.
Yan.
Ate.
Teachers know how to use the various technologies. So, ano ba ibig sabihin nito? You know how to socialize with people because of technology. Dapat alam natin kung paano gumamit ng mga technologies.
Para hindi mas
Okay? Next is multi-specialist. Teachers are not only knowledgeable in the core subject and they can teach, but also in the other areas so that they can help the learner build up what they gained in the classroom and outside in the school and make sense of what was learned. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, the area of specialization of a teacher should not believe it into the in one aspect and one area. Because you will teach all the subjects. So, you must have the significant knowledge in every area. So, hindi ka lang nakafocus sa isang
Area.
So, kailangan alam mo lahat.
Multi.
Okay? Kaya multi lang siya lang. Multi. Multi-skilled. Teachers cope with the demand or widening learning opportunities by being skillful, not just in teaching, but also in facilitating
and
organizing groups of activities. So, ano ba yun? So, example, teachers sa elementary, they know how to teach, decorate, and let's diba? Yung
Dancer,
mga,
singer.
Yes, diba? Lahat alam niya.
Multitask na talaga
Sila
eh.
yung nagde-decorate ng classroom.
Kaya kailangan multi-skilled ka. Okay? Kasi ikaw na mismo magpapaganda ng room mo.
Design.
Kika.
Ikaw mag-isip. It's always happen naman kahit kailan. Up to present pa rin. So, self-directed. Teachers are responsible for various aspects of school life and know how to initiate action to realize the learning goals of the student and educational goals of the country at large. So, ano ba yung self-directed? It has initiative. Example, inside the class.
Parang learning.
Hindi. Example lang ha. Sa loob ng classroom, puno yung basurahan. Anong gagawin mo?
Teacher magturo.
Si
Teacher magturo.
So, ikaw, may initiative ka.
Sariling ano.
Itatapon mo, di ba? Magpo-volunteer ka na itapon yung basura at hindi in-instruct yung So, yun yung multi-directed.
May sarili kang ano.
May sarili kang
Teacher, yes. Kumuha naman ako kanina.
Nga, kung ano nakikita mo na.
Next is lifelong learner. Teacher embrace the ideal that learning never ends. Therefore, teacher must be constantly updated on the latest information related to their subject and pedagogy. Yeah, ito na naman tayo.
Pedagogic.
Pedagogic trends.
They should also share what they are learning with their students and
College.
yes.
College.
College with a high sense of
College. Ano ba?
professionalism.
College.
Ano ba yung life learner? So, ano ang aim natin? Kasi sabi ko lang kanina, should
Lifetime.
also aim for lifetime learning. As the matter of fact, as teachers, is the, ano yun? Is the incumbent upon it's our responsibilities to keep on learning.
Yes.
Okay?
Until we realize it's about the age also.
Yeah.
Every
So, next is flexible. Ano ba yung sabi ng flexible? Ayan, ano ba tayo? Ulit-ulit si flexible.
Yung multitasking.
Nauna.
Yung multi.
Marunong ko sa lahat ng
O kahit saan.
Yeah.
Bilang
Teachers
sa
are
isa.
able to adapt to various learning styles and needs of the learners. They can facilitate learner-centered teaching with flexibility using alternative modes of delivery. So, pagbabago ang sitwasyon, so dapat marunong tayong mag-adjust. Okay? That is flexible. Next is creative problem solver. Teachers create innovative ideas, and effective solutions to the arising problems in the field, be it in the classroom, in the school, or the profession as a whole. Teachers should be creative problem solvers. Okay? Kahit si teacher, kailangan niya maging creative siya. Creative problem solvers. Next is critical thinker. Teachers are critical thinkers as they encourage students to reflect on what they have learned and rekindle in them the desire to ask questions, reason out, probe, and establish their own knowledge and belief. So, dapat iniisip. Yun ang critical thinker. Dapat iniisip.
Iisip mo muna.
Next is has a passion or excellent teaching. Teacher possess passion in the teaching profession to ensure that the students are motivated to learn under their guidance and care. So, it's always happen naman. Hindi lang puro ng teaching. Okay? Kailangan din natin ng passion. Kung wala kang passion sa pagtuturo, hindi wala talaga. So, high emotional quotient. Teacher do not just have the head, but also the heart to teach. Teaching is emotionally taxing, but an influential job, and it involves interaction with human beings. Okay, nagets niyo yan?
Yes.
Yes. The common 21st century technology tools of
for learning.
May ano ba kayo? may next subject?
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
Ano
on time niya, ma'am.
1:30.
Okay lang ba tapusin ko? Ito
Kakain
na
na
lang
kami.
tayo.
Galit na galit.
Kumain na kayo habang i-discuss ko.
Sige, ma'am. Sige.
Sila naman ang pagkain.
Sige, ma'am.
Okay lang. Tapusin ko lang siya. Ito na lang.
Sige, ma'am. Pwede ba kumain?
Oo, kumain na kayo.
Sige, ma'am. Okay lang.
Sige, ma'am, ako.
Kasi
Kasi ano naman siya, madali na lang siya. Kasi related.
naubusan na ako ng
As teachers for the 21st century, no one can escape from the reality that we are now in borderless society. It is therefore important that we should know the different technology tools for learning to respond to the needs of 21st century learners and the demands of the times. The following are common 21st technology tools. First is affinity groups. These are groups or communities that unite individuals with common interests. Electronic spaces extends the range of possibilities to such group. Example, yung group sa Facebook with common interest.
ma'am, kain tayo.
So, nag-join tayo sa group ng about foods. So, lahat ng interest nila doon, ina-upload nila, diba?
Yes.
Kung paano lutuin ng ganito, blah, blah, blah.
Hindi
So,
ka.
yes. So, they will upload all about the food. So, ito yung affinity group, okay? Nagkakaintindihan sila kasi pareho sila ng interest. Blogs. Alam niyo naman ang blogs, diba?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Uso na ngayon.
Weblogs or blogs are interactive websites, often open to the public that can include link, photographs, and audio and video elements. So, blogs, we can also use this in learning. Okay? Next, e-portfolio. It refers to the student works that are generated, selected, organized, stored, and revised. Yes. Often, electronic portfolios are accessible to multiple audience and can be moved from one site to another easily. It can document the process of learning, promote integrative thinking, display final works, or provide a space for reflective learning. E-portfolio, ibig sabihin is electronic portfolio siya, okay? Compiled output of the student. Pwede nyo nang i-upload doon kung ano yung mga requirements na ginawa. Yung mga activities na sinabi ni teacher. I-upload nyo na lang.
e-portfolio natin.
Meron kayo dyan sa technology nyo. Magagawa kayo.
So, okay, gagawin nyo to. So, makaka-relate na kayo.
Nakagawa na kami.
Hypertext. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng hypertext?
These are electronic texts that
Provide multiple links and allow users to trace ideas in immediate and idiosyncratic directions. Hypermedia adds sounds, video, animations, and virtual reality environments to the user's choice. So, ano ba ibig sabihin ng hypertext? Ito yung HTTP. Kung binigay mo yung link, diba, i-click mo lang
www. Mga
yun
ganyan.
ang hypertext.
Okay.
Okay?
Dadirect ka sa ibang link.
podcast.
Ito, ang gamit ng hypertext, mapapadali na lang, di ba? Kapag may gusto kang
Sige po na.
i-search.
Isang pinset na lang.
Example, yung HTTP is nandito. HTTP, tapos binigay yung Kung i-click mo lang yung link na yan or i-search mo sa Google, madali siyang hanapin. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan i-search yung buong basta may
Mapapanood
link
mo
ka
pa
lang.
sa YouTube ng
Podcast. These are digitalized audio files that are stored on internet and downloaded to listeners' computer or most likely to MP3 players. The term podcast comes from iPad and popular to MP3 players. Sa internet called podcast, like in Spotify. So, kung napansin nyo yung Spotify may podcast,
Yes,
sino
ma'am.
may Spotify?
Okay.
Meron ako. So, nakikinig ako. Pero ang pinapakinggan ko
YouTube
kasi
ako,
sa
yes.
podcast, no, it's not, kwento, yung love story yung pinapakinggan ko. Meron kasi sa podcast.
Okay, ako YouTube lang.
Web 2.0. This refers to the second generation of web-based communities that demonstrate the participatory literacies that the student need on the 21st century. Alam niyo naman yung web, di ba?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
How about yung MySpace? It is a social networking website that offers an alternative user-submitted network of friends
personal
personal profiles, blogs, group photos, music, and videos internationally. Student can relate, professors discuss books, and connect with high school and college classmates here. Hindi ko na alam to. Sinong naka-experience ng MySpace?
Hindi ma.
Hindi
Ako,
ko rin
Facebook na.
na-experience.
Facebook na ako eh.
So, yung Second Life.
Second
It
life.
is an internet-based
3D.
3D or virtual world that uses avatar.
Ngayon yan. Yung bagong
Yes,
yung
digital
nag-avatar.
representation to explore, socialize, participate in individual or group activities, create and trade items. So, virtual property and services. It doesn't show your face. Ginagamit lang yung mga avatar. Okay? Ay, yung semantic web.
It is an extension.
Hindi ko rin na-experience. That puts data in a common format. So that instead of human working with individual search engine, example is the Google. Okay? As Jeeves to locate information and search engine themselves feeds into a single mechanism that provides this searching. So that's all. Sometimes called Web 3.0. This technology enables integration of virtually all kinds of information for more efficient and more comprehensive retrieval. Ang WebKing, hindi ko alam to. It is an internet simulation wherein children learn to pet care and other skills. So it's all about pet care lang naman to. Itong WebKing. If you want to know about this, alam nyo lang yung link na binigay.
na lang.
Wiki, ito wiki.
Wiki, we are aware. But nowadays, hindi ko masyadong trust ang wiki. Kasi minsan, hindi pareho ang information.
Ay, hindi ako nag-search kasi pero narinig ko lang siya.
Kita mo man yan sa Google.
Yan yung Wikipedia before, kahit search.
YouTube, lagi naman natin to ginagamit. Lahat ng ito ginagamit na natin sa
Google Docs.
yes, technology tools natin. Pwede natin as learning, okay?
YouTube, ito lagi ako sa
Google
YouTube.
Docs. Sino ba gumagamit ng Google Docs? Google Docs.
Documents.
Ginagamit din natin to collaborate with other people. Ginagamit ko din to para mag-save ng docs.
Documents. Docs ba? Is document ma?
Yes,
Okay.
document.
Ang
Prezi
Docs ba
naman,
kasi?
it allows individual to use pre-made creative
Representation
representation templates. Para din siyang PowerPoint.
Oh.
Yes. If you want to, kaya kung curious din naman kayo sa website
Kasi
na
binasa lang
search nyo.
O pwede lang natin basahin
Easy
ng may
Bibs. It allows individuals to generate citations
in
in
any
any
given
given
format.
format. Siya na mismong mag-arrange or magpo-format ng mga i-upload mo. Yung mga citations. Siya na mismo maglalagay ng dates and blah blah blah. Basta size. Siya na lahat magpo-format. And how about the social media platforms like Facebook?
ito, lagi na.
Twitter, alam niyo na.
Lagi.
Itong instruction tools na to, pwedeng gamitin din sa pagtuturo.
Yes,
So, di ba,
true.
nagagamit din natin.
Yes.
Next is
Smartboard.
Smartboard. An audience response system. Parang electronics lang siya. Alam mo yun, di ba tayo gumagamit tayo ng blackboard, yung white blackboard. Ito naman, electronic lang.
Yung
Yun ang pagkakaiba.
parang touchscreen din? Or
Yes. Doon mo isusulat lahat.
Visual na
Yun ang pagkakaiba.
Yung sa YouTube na nagsusulat sila.
Yes.
Nag-lesson ka, tapos nabibigyan ka ng isang code.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
yun ang smartboard.
So, pwede yan i-download, gano'n?
Smart talaga sila.
Hindi yata.
Electronic lang siya. Ang yun ang pagkakaiba. Kung sa traditional blackboard ginagamit, ito, electronic na siya. It's smartboard.
Mahanap ko rin yan eh.
Read, write,
Think organization.
organization. It is repository.
Repository of standard-based
Imbakan. Ibig sabihin ng
Repository.
repository is imbakan.
Imbakan.
Okay? Of standard-based literacy lesson that offer teachers instructional ideas
Susulatan ko,
for
imbakan.
internet integration. Para siyang library. Okay? WebQuest page. It provides WebQuest on an array of topics across context areas with a template for creating one's own. Electronic library din to ng para sa mga teachers. And
WebQuest.
about the literacy web.
It is an online portal that includes a large number of new
literacy resources for new literacy for teachers. Okay? Nag-gets niyo lahat ng ano?
Oo, yes, ma'am. Recap
Yun na yung mga technology tools for learning nowadays. Yan na yung ano, sa 21st century.
Adobo.
Siyempre rin natin ba, parang
Ay, mo rice. May rice na ako. May fried rice. Ah? Kung lang ng rice nyo, no?
May rice ako ate gusto mo.